proof of that nameless person's desperation isn't just limited to the courtroom. Oh no, outside of the courtroom is really where they're having problems. And the way they're going to try to change that up, documentaries. That's right. Now, if you're wondering how those are going to play out, well, funny thing, I've been invited to be part of that process. This is an invitation letter here, and this combined with articles tells you they're trying to win back public sympathy. I mean, after all, they want to return back to 2017. They're desperate, like I said, desperate and then some. See, lately, how do you put this? Things haven't been going their way, let's just say, whether that's through disclosure, public statement, court rulings, and beyond. So instead of coming forward and saying, hey, we're going to tell the truth, because the truth sets you free, nope, going to double down, going to triple down, and beyond. Fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So hey there to all you fine folks on this glorious day. If you would, share this video far and wide. Feed that pesky algorithm. Likes, comments, helps get this information out there. If you're subscribed to the channel, make sure you're still subscribed. And if you haven't, if you consider that, thank you. Appreciate it. So about 2 months ago, we're talking about the middle of April here, we had the mainstream media announce these documentaries would be coming. This was an article that dropped. JD's court battle with X, that would be that nameless person, will be explored in new documentary. Now, funny enough, I already knew this stuff was already coming down the pipe months before this. I mean, it isn't my first rodeo anyhow, but I had been receiving letters and more, and actually made contact with 2 of these places. I made it very briefly, and you know what you could smell with it? You could smell utter desperation. Desperation and hit pieces. They are a-coming. Now, when the media talked about this, they had a few interesting revelations to announce. Namely, it's not going to be 1 documentary, you see. No, it's not going to be 2. There's going to be 3 that have been announced so far, and there's other ones coming down the pipe as well. Quote, JD had a smile on his face just a day after it was reported his court battle with X, that nameless person, will be explored in 3 new documentaries. 3 freaking documentaries. They're going to be competing. They're going to be putting together probably the same narrative, and you know exactly how that's going to read. Now, if you have any lingering doubt about that, by the way, I want to point you to a word in this sentence here. Downfall. JD's downfall is reportedly set to be explored in 3 new documentaries. Downfall. Yeah, that tells you exactly how this is going to be crafted. Not only that, but the Sun, they've been gloating about these 2, saying that a source, and this source supposedly is attached to this stuff, so that should tell you plenty. Telling the Sun, quote, they, meaning the documentaries, will make for excruciating viewing for JD, who'd probably wish the whole disastrous saga would go away, but the story of how a multi-millionaire who was box office gold was the author of his own downfall is just too sensational a subject not to explore. Basically, don't go out and defend yourself. Hashtag believe all. Hashtags, yeah, what a statement. What a statement indeed. Yep, the article's reporting on this. They're letting you know those documentaries, they're going to downplay charitable donations. They're going to try to go in and minimize any proof because you know what? These things, again, they are a response to public sentiment, trying to swing that over because of desperation. Now, if that article doesn't sell you on what these folks are doing, that article in association with this letter, it just might. In fact, the reason that I included that article at all is because of this statement here. I work for Redacted. Now, when I saw the name here, I didn't recognize it. I didn't know who that award-winning independent production company based out of London was, so I decided I would look them up. There were a few things that hit on that, but when I looked them up in association with JD, I pulled that article. That article told me quite a few things about how these people, they're moving forward. I mean, the Sun, they're gloating about them covering it. I mean, that should say plenty. But beyond that, it tells me that they've been working on this thing for 6 months. And you know what I glean from that? I glean that they've already put together what they want, but they want to talk about people that are giving blowback to some of these decisions, and they want to shoehorn them in as quote-unquote fans. If you want to look at that, basically it's the public versus the media and the people that get to make judicial decisions. The public has overwhelmingly spoken on this stuff, but yeah, I guess the public's voice, it doesn't matter. Now, these folks, too, they ask me if I want to set up a call. You know, everything that I say, it would be in strict confidence with no obligation to take part. Well, first of all, I don't want to take part. Second of all, you know, as far as hitting me up, asking me for a call, you know, behind the scenes, because you're going to treat my opinion fairly, Mama didn't raise no freaking stupid umbrellas. No way, no how, no. So we're going to look at this letter here. I came across your channel while working on the documentary series about the libel trial between JD and the Sun, which will also examine the role the media and fans played during the court case and ahead of next year's trial in the U.S. Now, again, you see that word fans, and you see how this is laid out. So again, they're pretty much calling me a fan. I work for Redacted, award-winning independent production company based in London, was wondering if it would be possible to speak with you on the background about the incredible, and some might say unprecedented, response by JD supporters to the facts surrounding the case. Look at the way that that's put together, to the facts surrounding the case, the way that JD supporters reacted to it. Again, you're not just regular people out there that ran across this, that started looking into it and all. No. Your fans, your JD supporters. That already says the way that they're going to approach it. We're looking at instances in which evidence from the two cases has entered the public domain, has been analyzed, interrogated, and very different conclusions have been drawn. No, the public seems to almost unanimously think a certain way. It's the media and the people that get to basically decide whether or not something that took place, they're the ones that are coming up with a different decision. You should ask that. Maybe when you go down that rabbit hole and you start asking those questions, maybe people will trust you. I can see you have excellent videos and a massive following who are incredibly skeptical about the validity of the verdict from last year's trial. Oh yeah, that's definitely a statement there. It would be great to chat about the series with a view to having you contribute. I'm not going to contribute, by the way. This is my contribution. No, it's not part of your show. At this stage, anything discussed would be in strict confidence with no obligation to your part. Would it be possible to set up a call? No. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to get in touch. This is me getting into touch. Why don't you answer publicly what you're trying to do here? Because again, it sounds like desperation. It sounds like desperation on people that are going in, sticking to a certain thing. It sounds like they're helping, shill for a certain nameless person. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. As always, too, I appreciate you showing up, appreciate you being here. You make this stuff work. No one else does, so thank you. If you want to go and you want to help the channel out in different ways, PayPal, Patreon, membership, merchandise, all of that stuff, it is linked in the description. You being here, though, that matters, so thank you. I'm going to end here by saying again, let me know what you think about it. Thank you, and we will see you soon.